Welcomes in the Roos from Kansas City. 15 of 17 from the floor since the season opening loss against Duke. Texas has the ball first, and we are underway. Longhorns and the Roos of Kansas City who come in. Evans from nearby Killeen, Texas with the basketball, doubled at the elbow. Chris Dockery. And skying high for the rebound is Dalen.
Touchy subject for coaches because, you want to knock down free throws, but it's one of those deals if you talk about it too much, then it can become a mental.
Last two games, both losses, but they were strong on the offensive end of the floor both times. Late whistle, and we're going to get a foul on Evans for elbowing.
I think Texas has spent this last week working on that and showing up early.
Tremont Mark open for three, and Texas has the game.
Mark being off guard.
He gets the steal to the rim. Slam dunk, 5 in a row for Mark. And Mark's numbers have been much better since.
Absolutely. Credit Coach Miller for not being a.
And here they come again off the miss. Swain this time. Petty picks him up. Swain gets by Petty all the way off the glass. 2 in the foul. Share of points in the first 4 to 6 seconds of the shot clock. It could be demoralizing to a defense.
Is to come out and show some zone.
Off the branch miss. Roos are 1 of 6 from the floor in the early going. Let's see to Traore. Great feed back to Cody for the his time at Long Beach State. It's an early 12-2 lead for Texas, just over 5 minutes in. Kashim Grady buries the jumper. Petty. Rather Grady, yes. 2.
Feels a lot better.
They call him Cash, and he has 4 points in the early going, comes in at 11 a game. Traore with position, a nice. Miller says as far as Kendall Weaver goes, having him come off the bench brings out the best in him. Has an assist and buries the first free throw. Cheeseburgers. It's going to be a fun way to wrap up the year. Not far from here, if you're looking for some good cheeseburgers in Austin, you have Weaver comes up with the basketball.
Texas is really smothering on defense right now.
Wilcher buries the 3. It's a good sign.
Not happy with these 2 ticky-tack fouls that they picked up.
Nice inbounds to Paul. He buries it with the left hand, his first.
To see if you're a Longhorn fan, I think it's just building upon that. Obviously, offense has to catch up to the defense. But I tell you what, if I took a fall like that, I'm out at least 6 to 8 weeks.
% or better in 3 of his last 5 games. He was ready for a step up, and he's found it here at Texas' leading scorer, rebounder, and shot blocker. Roos are 0 of 6 from beyond the arc, 4 of 13 overall from the floor. Wilcher's pass for Heidi. Miller says, we're going to go 10 deep, especially early in the season, trying to figure out each player's best roles. Weaver, the nice draw.
Defensively, making sure that he's sound on defensive end so he can earn more minutes.
And Heidi playing multiple seasons is with Weaver on the floor versus without. Tough moves, Petty over Vocatitis.
With Weaver, that's what he.
Point of half number 1. Evans got bumped and won. That's Declan DeRue, and they wrap it around to Swain for the opposite corner. DeRue picks up the foul. 4 on the shot clock. Weaver called for the walk. Kansas City gets back well as Texas resets. Pope, though, open from the corner. Fat players through the portal. 2 power conference schools, and Texas took advantage of that a couple of years ago, bringing Max Asmus here from Oral Staff. Well over 60% from the floor in half number 2. Here is Petty, who misfires. Grady lays it back in.
Something up that the team wants to go out and execute, and so credit to the Roos for coming out and mixing it.
Evans pulls up over Traore, and Kansas City within 6. Evans poked the ball away from Wilcher.
Great hustle.
Heidi picks it up, but there's just 4 on the shot clock. Swain reverse with the shot clock running. Shot clock under 10. Grady spins over Heidi, well off. On Nate Amons, he has been sensational in the early part of the season, averaging 20 points a game. He is part of an.
And then the Rice versus Tennessee, you got Coach Lanier at Rice. That's a Rick Barnes pupil. So
who gave up over 100 in their last 2 games to Iona and Southern Illinois, both losses. Mark with a nice hesitation. Mark second free throw gives him 1,551 points in the first half, an 8-point Texas lead. Wilcher finds Cody, his second flush of the afternoon.
It's physicality. So, I think just him learning how to taper it down and play without fouling is going to be important.
Touched up by Petty, his third games. That is SEC football final, also available on the all-new ESPN app. I have a feeling they will be leading with junior from Doorline, Louisiana, just 30 minutes east of Shreveport. Enrollment just over 400 students.
Kudos to them and mixing it up on the defensive end to keep them in this game.
Free throws. Traore with possessions.
Yeah, up until then, my comment was going to be too much dribbling. They're in the size advantage.
Wild shot by Bundy. Here comes Weaver. Wilcher for three. Yes. His second three to the open Weaver three. Weaver retrieves the basketball. Doubled around the rim. Pass over. Feet set until after the leap, but you see on the replay, not the case at all.
On the ball, there've been some breakdowns late in the possessions for the Longhorns, and so that'll be the key of cleaning it. Yeah, nothing changed for the Longhorns as far as defense goes.
Nice feed, Petty to Chris Dockery, who has his first two to begin.
Comes from Pope, Swain, or Mark, and in order it'd probably be Pope, Mark, and Swain early in transition.
Palm gets his own rebound. Dalen Swain, 5 points in the first half, gets to the rim and scores. Ball back and resets to Pope. Swain for three. Traore got pushed despite playing just 16 minutes of contest. Shot clock at 10. Swain spins, finds Cody with the right hand.
Able to get over the top over anyone that he has on the inside.
He was the top-ranked player in Texas, according to 24/7 in 2024, coming out of high school. The basketball here. Takes the Traore screen. Finds Swain, who takes it to the paint. Off the window. Traore there for the putback. Mbane, the 7-footer from Senegal, works on Traore. The reverse, pretty. Swain does push. Russo done a good job of getting back today. Texas resets. Cody to the foul. He wanted the flop. Sherman Mark, 6 points so far on 2 of 5 shooting. 2 to shoot. Does Wilcher see it? I don't think he does. Shot clock violation.
NBA player, but 50 international players is, I don't know what his Duolingo subscription is, but
it's the great man in college basketball coaching. 5 to shoot for Jordan Pope. Out of bounds to Kansas City. Since they ran at Newman, but you think, big guy with vision like Arch, give him the ball out high. I'm sure he has the vision to lead the team in assists.
Well, I'm sure his
to go in the game. Here's C.J. Evans from nearby Killeen in double figures so far. To the rim, Carmelo Branch is first.
In this possession right here, just keeping the ball moving. Gotta try to keep it moving, and you make your life a lot easier right there on cue. Your advantage is always on the inside. You got to feed the big man in games like this.
Shot clock down to 6 for Evans, who moves on Pope, got the step, but a wild shot.
It's just about putting the ball in the basket for him.
Bogatitis, position again. More free throws coming. Texas plus 11 on the board so far today. That has been a team strength coming in. Bogatitis the drive, and that's an example of what it. Swain keeps at it and scores.
I was good by
Swain looking to drive again. Finds Pope, who looks for his first points. Traore, double-digit rebound. Points away from a double-double. Weaver got it swatted away by Scott, though he wrestles it away from Bundy and draws the foul. That's the hustle. Their biggest lead at 18 as we approach the 5-minute mark. Scott challenges Bogatitis. So many of Kansas City's shots have been tough today.
I think this is a lineup that you can close games out with, though.
Pope gets ahead of the defense. Lays it in for his first point. So we see some experimentation here. 5 on the shot clock. Scott working on Traore and gets the roll.
Good move.
All game. Mark, after the Pope pass, got it swatted away. Still Texas ball.
Important shot. So all of these games are good opportunities to figure that out.
Here's Traore, who lays it in to give.
Whether that be driving the ball or getting it to the bigs down there, we got to use our size and an advantage.
Evans is that. Swain takes it to the rim. Late whistle. 6 so far against this Texas defense. Shot clock running down again, down to 5 for Evans. Challenges Vocatitis with the reverse. Tremont Mark with the basketball. 6 to shoot. Finds Wilcher for the quick 3. Got it. His third 3 of the day. Ori with the tip back to Mark and a fresh 20. Jordan Pope looking for his first 3. Weaver fighting for it with Dockery. And Marvin Menzies, you're definitely satisfied with how your team has played, especially defensively. After giving up over 100 the last 2 games.
The plan for the Longhorns. I can tell you, a game like this, if they have a shooting night like this, which, you know, could be
in the Summit League this season. Clock winding down on this one. Grady. There's Texas' career with a 3-1 record as the Longhorns defeat the Roos of Kansas.